Hi, everyone. It's really nice to be here. My name is Jeth. I was the founder and CEO of Pintu, an Indonesian exchange, before starting and becoming CEO of CFX, the world's first crypto bourse. And today, in my presentation, I'm going to share a little bit about how Indonesia, a little-known country around the world, took an innovative approach to regulation and created a foundation of trust where crypto innovation and product innovation has thrived. So I'll start the presentation with sharing a little bit about Indonesia. Indonesia has actually risen a lot in crypto adoption. Between 2022 and 2025, Indonesia has climbed the rankings from 7th place in the world from 20th place in the world to 7th in the world in terms of crypto adoption. And this has been on the back of a number of factors, which I'll share about next. Number one, the growth of internet penetration. So between 2011 and 2023, Indonesia's internet penetration has increased by almost a 5-fold increase. And you can also see in the amount of mobile cellular subscription, where between those years, Indonesia has risen 25%, while the US has risen 18%. And this has driven a large part of the market, which is predominantly middle-aged users, to come into adopting cryptocurrencies. And on the back of this, Indonesia has taken a very interesting approach. They've installed a 3-pillar market structure, the first in the world on how to regulate and how to support the market for cryptocurrencies. Where in Indonesia, you have the role of a bourse, you have the role of a clearing entity, and you have the role of a custodian entity, which is quite similar to what traditional financial markets have seen. So the role of the bourse, CFX, is they support the reporting of data from the whole industry and also the order book for futures and perps trading for the whole industry in Indonesia. While the clearing entity supports the settlement and reconciliation of transactions and trades in Indonesia, as well as managing fiat for all the entities in Indonesia, and the custodian supports the custody of assets in Indonesia. So within that framework, Indonesia is regulated by OJK, which is the SEC equivalent, which regulates all financial market activities in Indonesia. Under that, you've got 3 pillars, which is CFX, KKI, the clearing entity, and ICC, the custodian. And within that framework, we have about 24 members today who are fully licensed in Indonesia, who acts as local exchanges, serving end customers to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. You may ask why this is the case. Why did Indonesia take this approach in regulating and creating the market structure? So as you all know, in around 2022, a lot of failures in crypto exchanges happened with the hack of FTX and the loss from ZipMax, as well as a lot of other entities. Indonesia was concerned that the centralization of roles within centralized exchanges became a key risk in the market that could cause losses for end users. And so that's why they sort of separated out the accountability and the roles between the different entities to reduce the risk and increase the trust within the ecosystem. And so what's the result from all of that? What we've actually seen is that trust becomes the bedrock for growth. And we've seen this in numbers as well. In Indonesia and around the world, we've seen growth in regulated markets and local regulated markets outpacing growth in unregulated markets. Trust becomes the key for institutions, for larger players to invest, to trade, and to participate in the crypto economy. And we do believe that trust and compliance will be one of the key drivers for growth going forward. So, what does that mean for us? We think that the next wave of crypto and product innovation will come from this. So what we've done actually in the last 1 year, we've launched perpetual products under this framework. And we've seen a large growth on that product. We also see, going forward, that innovation will come from the use cases around stablecoins. We also see that real-world asset tokenizations will become big in the future. We do believe that tokenization of financial products, of digital products, will become a huge factor in broadening up the economy around cryptocurrency to blur the lines between borders and to globalize local products. We also see ICOs becoming a key product in the future, where CFX's role as the bourse could facilitate ICOs in the future together with the other market participants. And we also see crypto financing become a big thing in CFX and in our ecosystem. Today, crypto financing is not a thing in Indonesia, but we do think that going forward, utilizing and monetizing idle assets could be a way to deepen liquidity in Indonesia as well as in our ecosystem. So, what is the takeaway, I think, from all of this? Vitalik once mentioned that in the long run, security is the ultimate scalability. And we also do believe in that phrase. We believe that within the trilemma of decentralization, security, and scalability, where you have to pick 2 out of the 3, we believe that decentralization and security will become the foundation for scalability. And the reason being that at the end of the day, money and capital will flow towards wherever market or wherever platform is the most secure. Because at the end of the day, I think our industry, its values and its principles lie on trust. And so that's why within CFX, and I think this is where it ties back to how the Indonesian government and the regulators approach this trilemma, is by separating out and decentralizing the roles of centralized exchanges, separating out the roles of a clearing, the custody, and the exchange from traditional players. And this becomes the bedrock for decentralization and security within our industry. So, and what does that mean for Indonesia, right? I think what that means is that it becomes the ideal gateway for secure and scalable opportunities. Supportive regulation within Indonesia allows for foreign individuals, entities to own trading firms and to enable participation in our ecosystem. We've also seen FDI becoming a large factor in Indonesia in 2024, and the growth of crypto investors in Indonesia has 4x, outpacing a large number of global countries around the world. And with this fast-growing digital foundation and significant leap in crypto adoption, I think Indonesia stands as the next hub for crypto investors around the world, on the back of collaborative regulation, trust and compliance, product innovation, and strategic collaborations. So here's a slide that I'd like to share with you and to call to action. CFX and our group of companies are really open around having conversations with everyone here, and that falls within the scope of product innovation, liquidity, and knowledge transfer. I hope my presentation today is helpful for everyone and can open up opportunities for you guys to look into our little-known country, and also becomes an example for innovative regulation around the world. Thank you so much for your time.